Hi guys, Alan here. Just doing a quick update on my Mendel wood, as I've christened it, after being away for a few weeks. Here's what it looks like at the moment. As you can see, I've done a bit more machining on the A-frames at each end to accommodate the X-axis moving up. That's actually given me a full build height of 100, in fact 105 if I want it, on that axis. Another thing you might notice is the bearing is missing from here. Well, it's not actually missing, I've removed it, and the reason I've been able to do that is I've actually tracked the belts underneath everything now, instead of in the middle here and underneath the print bed. The reason for that is because it gives me more space on the print bed to go up and down rather than having these adjustment blocks up here. Having done that, of course, I needed to change something slightly around the back, and there is this bearing here, which I've made. This is obviously a printable block, but that's made of wood, but this drops the bearing from there to there and allows me to keep that nice and level, that belt. You may also notice that the fender washers on there, I've flared those, which means that that's running more like a true pulley now, and I can get rid of the two smaller washers which went inside them, which I don't really like. So hopefully that's going to be a good improvement there. Still a few bits to do yet, so I'm waiting for some one or two bits to come for my hot ends as I can finish that off. Need to wire up the print bed and the wires for the hot end, and then that'll be done. You may also notice that I'm using these glass encapsulated reed switches for my end stops. Very reliable and extremely accurate. Another one down there for the Z, and there's one also at the back for the Y axis. In fact, I can probably show you that if I can just turn this off and then do the X axis homing. There we go. As you can see, I can get it pretty close to that screwed shaft. It stops in the same place every time. Same with the Y. My ramps assembly is down there. What I need to do is get a cover on top of that, I think, maybe with a fan on top, although I've run this for many hours so far, doing simulated runs just to check that everything is operating correctly. I've had no heat issues and everything seems to work as it should. And from there, I think I'm going to do, well, in fact what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a test print on that piece of paper there. Right, here we go then. What I've done here is I've put a pen in there out of a biro pen, and I'm going to attempt to print a copy of a gear. And the idea of that is I want to check if the pen goes faint or disappears, then I know that bed is not level, but mainly it's because I want to see what kind of a print I get. If it doesn't come out as it should, then I've obviously got issues with either the belts and pulleys or maybe binding on the shaft or some other cause. So we'll give that a go. Let's just press print, see what I get. Yeah, at least we're writing. That's what we're actually printing, is that gear there, one of the Wade's, or Greg's gears, one of them, I don't know which. So obviously I'm hoping to get something out that looks just like that. So looking good so far. I have to stress though that this glass top on the bed is not clipped down, it's just sellotaped on there, so hopefully I'll get away with it. Well, it looks a bit like a flower at the moment. If there's any slack in the belts or you've got any binding on the shaft, this test will surely show it up, and of course the benefit is that you're not wasting plastic. And these lines that you can see darting across, of course, correspond with the thin blue lines on there, and what that is, of course, is the extruder retraction. Obviously I can't retract the pen, so they've got to stay on there. I'll just pause the video a second, give it a chance to catch up. Still looking good. Here comes the inside edge of the gears. How cool is that? Let's hope that joins up. Excellent. Have a little pause here. Now we're into the outer part of the gear now. Now I'm not expecting perfection from this, is it? After all, this is just a rep strap, so I get what I get. But hopefully it's going to be close tolerance enough that I don't have to worry too much about it. If there was an issue, then I'd deal with it. Well, that looks pretty neat so far. What I've done is I've stripped the G-code down just to print the first layer, and it wouldn't make any difference because it would the Z carriage would just lift up anyway and take the pen off the paper. I don't want it carrying on for ages. I'm doing a bit of infill now. And of course, for ink, just think plastic, because that's hopefully what you will get coming out at the end of your nozzle when you're really printing. I think this is a really neat way to see how your machine is performing. I guess I could have tried some different infill there, but never mind, we'll take that. And there we have it. But you would have to say, as good as that looks, and I think it is pretty good, the acid test is to run that pen over that again and see what happens. See if it does align with it, and that will really test your end stops. If your end stops are firing at a different time when you start the print, then there's going to be a ghost image on there. So let's go again. If I can find the print button. There we go. I'm squealing it. Well, not a bad start. Excuse me. Of course, this is just a representation of the first layer. What happens after that can only be told can only be seen in plastic. But if this is tracking as it should, then you should see no thick lines, well, wider than what was originally there at least. And all it seems to be doing at the moment is just writing directly over the original print, which is excellent. I'll just pause it there a second. There we go, I'm still at it. Can't really get a better view actually, unfortunately. I have to pause it in case I run out of YouTube time. Well, it hasn't missed a beat yet. Going right round the outside now. And it looks to be running directly over the top of the first print. Very nice. Wouldn't it be nice if every layer was like that? And there we have it. Let me just switch those motors off. If I can find them. There we go. Good. Of course, we can't tell what would happen when it's actually running plastic and the Z-axis is moving up. But it has to be said, if you can't get this bit right, then you can forget about the rest. So get that right first, and you're in business. Okay then, thanks for watching.